Welcome, my vivacious, vigilant Virgos. It is Sachi, and we are here to do some shamanic shifting where we take a look at your current energy, what your goal is, and then how to take your current energy and transmute it into your manifestation goal. Just a reminder that the top 2 videos with the most likes will get a bonus reading, and whoever comes in first gets the extended for free. So please remember, if this resonates, to hit that like button. My other announcement I would like to make is that my Tarot 101 course is available in my shop if you are interested. The link is in the description box below. It is a 2-part course that covers everything. Even if you don't already have a deck, we cover how to choose a deck, how to cleanse a deck, how to connect to your deck, and difference between oracles and tarot cards, and of course how to read the individual tarot cards. We go one by one through the major arcana and the minor arcana, but also look into how to look at tarot as a whole and understand the journey of the soul through the major and the minor arcana. So that way you're not just memorizing facts about individual cards, although we do cover each individual card, but that you learn how to see it from a zoomed out vantage point so that you can comprehend tarot as a whole and learn in terms of numerology, symbology, the elements, and so on. It also comes with an in-class worksheet that you fill out while you are going through the presentation. It's a video recorded presentation, so as you are watching it, you fill out the information. That way everything is organized in a meaningful way, and when you are looking for certain information after you have completed the course, you will know exactly where it is in your in-class worksheet packet. It also comes with some tarot prompts, journal prompts for you to do before and after class, and also has a certificate of completion that you can sign once you have completed the course to have proof and documentation that you did complete the course. So if that interests you, again, that is in the description box below. Learning how to read cards is one of the greatest things that I have done in my life, and I really highly recommend it. So anyway, let's get started, Virgo. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had the 5 of Wands, 4 of Wands in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, 6 of Swords in reverse, and the Sun. So this is telling me there is some sort of argumentation going on. You feel like you have to defend yourself, or there's some sort of fighting about something that you're dealing with. It feels like you are breaking out of a bond that you felt tied to. Like in the past, you may have thought the red string of fate held you together and you had to do this. You had to be with this person. You had some sort of obligation, but now you're recognizing, okay, like I don't need to do this. I'm not tied through destiny or whatever with a person, place, or thing, and you are sort of fighting to get out of it. However, it seems that the King of Pentacles coming out in reverse, maybe you are worried that there might not be enough finances or physical stability in order for you to do this, or possibly money is a concern. And with the 6 of Swords coming out in reverse, you feel like you can't move away from this. Like every time the 6 of Swords comes out, I always take that, it's being guided by whatever sun, or whatever constellation the sun is in. And right now the sun is physically in the constellation Sagittarius. I'm a true sidereal, so I go by our actual solar system of what's going in the sky. So because the sun is in Sagittarius, Sagittarius is, traveling and movement. So it feels like maybe you feel a little bit stuck here, like you don't have what it is necessary in order to sort of move. But with the Sun card, it seems like you are still keeping on the bright side of things. You're still looking at, the bright side of the situation. You're still doing things that make you happy. You are enjoying your life, despite what's happening here. So I really like to see that, Virgo. And then we had Jirachi coming out with Stellar Wish. So obviously Jirachi is something special to come out. Jirachi is the wish Pokemon, and using Stellar Wish, it seems like you have made a wish that is coming true. Jirachi comes around once every 1,000 years in order to grant a wish, and it seems like that wish is coming to be granted. But what is most important is the steel type energy, that you are protecting the wish and also releasing things that don't serve you with the full moon in the background. So it's like if you have a wish that wants to come in, you also have to release things so that you make room for the wish. So for example, let's say you are, you know, wishing for a new wardrobe, right? You have to have space in your closet, sort of thing. Or know what to do with your other clothes, you know, have them ready for donation or whatever it may be, right? So anyway, that's what came out in the cleansing ceremony, Virgo. I hope that you are doing well. As I mentioned, we are doing a shamanic shift, which we will look at your current energy, what your goal is, and then how to transmute your current energy into your manifestation goal. So let's take a look-see, shall we, Virgo? I heard, shall we or shan't we? So I do feel like there kind of is this energy of like, yes, but no. So it can be sort of a teeter-tottering back and forth type energy. Let's see, Virgo. What's in your current energy? What's going on? Okay. We have Page of Cups in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, Eight of Pentacles. So Page of Cups in reverse, it can be that you are getting out of a situation of someone who was a liar with the King of Swords in reverse. This can be someone who's not direct, not straightforward, wasn't telling the truth, and getting out of some sort of perhaps contractual agreement in some sort of way. But I feel like this person was just a liar anyway. They may have also been a drunk or an addict of some sort. Page of Cups represents, you know, look at this guy, right? He's, you know, overindulging. He's involved in third-party situations. This can be someone who likes to be very licentious and lustful and things like that. Just overindulging emotionally with multiple people or whatever it may be. But anyway, I'm not getting very good energy about this person that you've been dealing with. You know that they've, you know, you're done with their emotional BS is what I'm hearing. And you know that they have lied. But what you're doing about it right now is saving up money. So again, that King of Pentacles that came out in reverse, it seems like maybe money or stability is some sort of concern. So you are going through some sort of repetitive cycle. Eight of Pentacles is like what you are doing with your physical routine. And what you're doing is protecting yourself physically and financially. So let's see what's the light energy here. Wow, you have quite a bit here. We have Houndor using flare. So flare energy, right? You send a flare up when it's like an SOS, right? It's like, help me. You send a flare so that someone can come and try to help you. So I do feel like there is a little bit of a flare. I feel like you're kind of putting that out into the universe of like, hey, universe, I need help saving up so I can get away from this situation. Houndor is dog spirit. Dog spirit represents loyalty. So there can be this aspect of like, you know, feeling loyal in some sort of way to this person, even though they have done X, Y, and Z. Again, we saw the Four of Wands come out in reverse. So this can be someone that you felt like you were tied to, you know, like you didn't have free will to leave, like destiny wanted to have you together or whatever. Four of Wands is also the card of twin flame. So this could be someone maybe that you thought was your twin flame that you were bound to. And now you're like, no, I'm not bound to them at all. It says, to corner prey, they check each other's location using barks that only they can understand. So yeah, this is talking about checking location. So you may have seen someone at a specific location and like, you know, found out that they were lying about where they were. And it's talking about using barks that only they can understand. So maybe you found like a cell phone or, you know, a hidden app or whatever of people communicating. Again, this is someone who's very sneaky, is a liar. We have Bergamite using tackle and Jigglypuff using pound. So Bergamite using tackle, this is saying that you are tackling some frozen emotions at the moment. These are emotions that have, you know, gone cold and solidified here. It says it blocks opponents' attacks with the ice that shields its body. It uses cold air to repair any cracks with new ice. So this can be, you know, that maybe you've blocked this person who was whatever. But it can also mean that you're being very cold at this time. So maybe you're still around them in the environment, but you've just sort of gone cold. And with Jigglypuff using pound, pound I take as, you know, like in terms of currency. So again, I do feel like there is this emphasis on your, you know, stacking up your pounds. For some of you, maybe you're having some body image issues, but I'm not feeling that too heavily for most of you. But one thing I will say about Jigglypuff is like, Jigglypuff is known as the singing Pokemon, right? It gets its microphone out, it sings, and when it sings, it makes everyone go to sleep, and then it gets mad that everyone has fallen asleep, and then it pulls out a marker and like puts stuff all over its face. So it's kind of like a setup in some sort of way. So I'm definitely kind of getting a little bit of more tricky energy here about like what's being communicated. It says, when its huge eyes light up, it sings a mysteriously soothing melody that lulls its enemies to sleep. So yeah, I feel like you found something out, but your enemy, which I don't want to call them your enemy, but this person may not know that you know. You know, maybe you're acting cold, but it feels like maybe they don't know you know. And again, you're sort of stacking up money maybe without their knowledge. Let's see, what's the shadow here? Vulpix using flare. Again, we have a flare. So it's kind of like an SOS, you know, in the light and an SOS in the shadow. And Vulpix represents trickster spirit. There is an aspect of deception. So again, I mean, obviously this person was a trickster spirit and deceived you, but I feel like you're kind of mirroring that back in some sort of way of, you know, kind of being tricky. And again, like doing things without their knowledge. And, you know, turnabout is fair play. It says, while young, it has 6 gorgeous tails. When it grows, several new tails are sprouted. So, you know, it's talking about the 6 tails from when it was young, and now there are 3 tails. So this can be a tale as old as time for you of something that has happened over and over again. Maybe when you were younger, you watched your parents go through this, or people that you knew go through situations like this. And now you're recognizing as an adult, like, okay, this is a cycle that's repeating. It's happened to me, you know, maybe 3 times since you've been an adult, right? This is another tale that's sprouting, another thing from the past that's repeating. All right, let's see what your goal is here, Virgo. Death in reverse, 6 of Swords in reverse, and Page of Wands in reverse. Very interesting energy here. It's like, what I'm getting is you're being quite calm, Virgo, if I may say. It feels like, you know, I don't want them to die or anything bad to happen. I don't necessarily, you know, want them to move away and we never talk. Or it's not that you won't talk. It's just like you don't ever want to hear from them is what I'm getting. Like you don't want to hear from them. It's possible that maybe you don't want to move. So this can be maybe you're saving up and stuff, and then, you know, maybe it's like you kick someone out of the house and you say, okay, you have to leave. Like, I'm taking your name off the lease, or whatever the case may be. But I definitely feel like you're the one that does not want to travel, the one that does not want to leave somewhere. And again, it's not that you're wishing ill on them, but it's like you really don't want things to, you don't want to have to change. You don't want to have to go through a death and rebirth or a transformation. It's just kind of like you want them out and you don't want to ever hear from them again. That's what I feel. All right, let's see what's the light energy here. Crocodile using wave splash. So crocodile is crocodile spirit, which can represent, you know, kind of waiting in the water until that opportune moment. And it's a very sort of reptilian frequency, which is sort of devoid of emotions of like, okay, I know I need to do this, and sort of put my emotions aside. With wave splash, this is even when, you know, waves of emotion come in and splash. It's like, okay, I know I need to sort of embody crocodile spirit here. It says, if it loses a fang, a new one grows back in place. There are always 48 fangs lining its mouth. Yeah, so I feel like you're basically like, hey, you know what? I may lose, you know, this person, or maybe when they leave, maybe they'll take, you know, my cup set or something like that. But it's like, you know what? I know I can replace that. That's what I'm feeling. It's like you understand, like, you know what? I'm just going to let it go. Whatever leaves can be replaced. Let's see what's the shadow here. Whew, okay. The shadow is, yeah, the soul contract that you have, basically, that just seems to be kind of on repeat. And it's in the shadow, so maybe you're not aware of it. Because this is fairy type. Fairy type represents soul contracts. You do this, I do this, right? We have different soul contracts with all types of people. Friends, family, lovers, pets. The mailman is always like an example that I like to use. Is like, it's a very mercurial contract, but yes, you choose these different types of soul contracts of what soul lesson are you learning? You know, what lesson are you meant to teach someone, and what lesson are they teaching you? And sometimes our soul contracts just repeat over and over, and it wanted to go right to Vulpix. So this is a soul contract that's put on repeat that has a lot to do with deception. And it destabilizes your sense of safety here, because we have flares coming out in light and shadow of your root chakra, and your root chakra is your sense of safety. So, you know, it seems like you have soul contracts that make you feel unsafe. And so, you know, the goal here, which I see, it's like you just don't want to hear from them or whatever, but there's a bigger implication here where it seems like maybe you want to remedy this soul contract and have the, you know, deal with the shadow work revolving this so that it's just not put on repeat, so that this doesn't happen with yet another person. So, yeah. Oh, wow, it's time to head into the extended. Let's pull an animal totem here. So I definitely feel sort of crocodile spirit, but there's a way to sort of, again, kind of like break out of this cycle. Like maybe you have to sort of turn into crocodile spirit of sort of, you know, that reptilian brain of, I don't care about emotions. This is just what needs to be done. And sort of getting out of that energy. We have Raven. It says prepare for change. Archangels Azrael and Bakpi. So yeah, with Raven preparing for change, again, you know that change is coming, and it seems like changing the soul contract that you have of like, okay, this person is the last time that I am going through this soul lesson. I'm ready for a different type of soul connection. So it seems like you need to prepare for change that is ahead. Let's see what Mother Moon would like to say to head into the extended. Yeah. Wow. And that wanted to go right to my heart. We have a new start is coming. So yeah, prepare for change. A new start is coming. Definitely new energy is coming in. Have faith in your dreams in reverse, and you're very close to achieving your goal. So it seems like you are close to achieving your goal, but you are having difficulty having faith in your dreams, which again, if it's like this person has just reiterated this type of soul contract that you've been attracting through your life. Is like, oh, another person has done this. I've seen other people go through this. You know, maybe your parents went through this. It's like one more example to add to the book of why you're right about people, you know. And if you keep having that mindset, and if you don't believe in your dreams that you can have the relationship or whatever this is that you actually do want, where it's not like this, if you can't believe it, then you can't receive it. So, you know, it's very important to, you know, start shifting and believing in your dreams, because this new start is on the way. Change is coming, and you have the ability to anchor in this newness as long as you're not, you know, in some sort of self-fulfilling prophecy, basically, of going through the exact same thing. Because we did see Jirachi with Stellar Wish. Your wish is coming true, but again, if you self-sabotage it, it's just going to be the same story over and over. So, all right, Virgo, we are going to head into the extended. The link is in the description box below, so I hope to see you there. We are going to look at how to take your current energy and transmute it into your goal.